MP, what's up, man? Everyone's been talking about you.
Absolutely. We've been hoping you'd stop by and get a few games in.
So you're Shakedown and Chris, right? Yeah, my manager was telling me you guys have the best runs in the city, huh?
That's right, as long as you join Elite.
Don't listen to him. Everyone knows that Rise is where the real hoopers play.
All right, so fill me in. What are you guys talking about?
Affiliations. They're like private clubs for the city's best street ballers.
And they've got their own courts with their own sense of style.
Over at Rise, we got a futuristic mech suit meets warehouse kind of vibe. It's dope.
It's okay. I mean, Elite is much cooler.
Please.
We've got a pirate ship, Shake. A pirate ship, and it's huge.
That makes sense. That's what he will sell you on. Elite's all about being flashy.
There is nothing wrong with having a little fun.
Now, I'd rather win. And that's what you'll do if you join Rise. We get everyone involved. Play a team game.
You can't just win without breaking down the defense off the dribble.
It's funny you mentioned defense. I don't think I've ever seen you play it.
Yo,
Please,
guys.
I will get on the court and lock you up.
Guys.
Come on,
I
man.
will lock him up.
Okay.
We'll see about that.
What were you saying?
I was trying to say, what do I have to do to join an affiliation?
Well, normally we have to put you through a probationary period, but you're in the NBA, so we'll waive all that.
That's true. Just stop by whenever you've made your decision. I'll be right over there by the Elite entrance.
And I'll be over there at Rise.
What's up, everyone? It's Ronnie 2K. I'm live here at the arena. The vibe is crazy.
Hey, yo, watch out, bro.
Hey, MP, what's going on?
Do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Ronnie.
Oh, from the team. Okay, is that why you got the camera?
No. Ronnie 2K. I'm doing content, video game.
Oh, Ronnie 2K. Okay. That reminds me, man. Are you guys bringing back the Rebirth feature? That was one
Yeah,
of my...
man, it's back and better than ever. All you got to do is get a build to 90, and you unlock a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on Rebirth builds.
Okay, like what, though?
Head start on level grinding, silver level badge unlocks, accelerated badge progression. There's a lot more. We can chop it up. We can talk about it. Like, you want to come on the live? Say what's up.
Hey, y'all doing? What's up, man? This is MP.
Like,
Hey, I got to go to practice, man. But I appreciate the offer. Always great running into you. Keep doing your thing, man.
you sure?
I'm sure, bro. Keep doing your
all
thing,
right.
man. All right.
That's my guy. He's actually my best friend. Make sure you hit that like button.
Coach Tucker showed me some photos of the gym you and your manager set up.
Yeah, I wanted to work on my game 24/7.
Something wrong with our training facility?
It doesn't have any candy in the vending machines. No, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any excuses. You know how it is.
I do. And that work ethic of yours is something we all love about you.
Thank you.
You're going to fit our culture like a glove.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I feel like this is a perfect place to start my career.
Fantastic. Well, then why don't we talk about our goals for the season then? As a former player, I understand how important it is for an organization to clearly communicate its expectations, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page to start the season.
Let's do it.
Our goal this year is to secure at least the 6th seed and avoid the play-in tournament. After that, anything can happen.
Huh?
Something wrong?
I get why you say that. And it's not like I don't remember what happened last season, but I just feel like we should be aiming higher.
Okay, our goal is to win the title in the long run. But my job is as GM is to honestly evaluate the roster and make sure that I know what needs to be done to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the roster as it is, it wouldn't be fair to put that kind of championship expectation on you.
What if I take a leap? I know what I can bring to this team. I know that I could push these guys farther than what you guys are saying, just avoiding the play-in.
Then prove it. Nothing would make me happier than to see you have that kind of impact this year. Speaking of, why don't we set your personal goals for the first half of the season? Coach Tucker can walk us through it.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input too.
Okay.
This is a collaboration.
That's great because I have been visualizing exactly how I want my career to be.
Visualizing.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing.
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if anything speaks to you.
You want me to just pick one?
There's a lot to work on at this level. Always. And you'll do a little bit of everything, but we find that giving our players a list of specific goals to work on for the first half of the season is the best way to drive development.
All right, I'm with it.
It also allows us to give you some milestones to track your progress. We'll even highlight on our schedule some key games to use as measuring sticks.
That's that communication that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Pick a goal.
I want to win the NBA Cup.
Tell me why.
It'll give us a head start on building towards a championship. We'll see what those top teams are throwing at us and what they're taking away. And we'll get the experience and the knowledge of those win-or-go-home games.
Whoa, you're making this sound easy.
Coach, what did you say to me at the beginning of training camp?
If it were easy, everyone would do it.
And the path to the title won't be easy. But if we're going to get taken serious as competitors, the NBA Cup gives us that, Coach.
And that's what we'll work toward.
Okay. Fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy. One more thing.
Yep.
We got Media Day coming up.
Oh, I love Media Day. It's always been fun for me as a fan, so this will be cool.
Our PR director, Donna Chase, she's going to walk you through everything. She's great. You're going to love her. Brian, anything you want to add?
Just keep working. Yeah, we'll talk more about your spot in the rotation as we get closer to the season opener.
All right. Appreciate your time. Look forward to building something special here.
So do we.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Go on, feed. Let's go.
MP, I'm Donna. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Donna. My manager tells me you're one of the best PR people in pro sports.
Well, I'm not sure Mr. Wells has the requisite experience to make that call, but I'm glad he thinks highly of me. Shall we talk Media Day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, this is all pretty standard fare, and I know Mr. Wells signed you up for media training over the summer, so there shouldn't be anything you can't handle.
You can call him Patrick. We're not that formal with each other.
If that's your preference.
It is.
Wonderful. We've also secured you an interview with 2K Tip-Off magazine. If all goes well, you will be the cover athlete for their upcoming issue.
Wow, that sounds fun.
It is important to note that this interview will not be conducted by our in-house content team, which means anything you say can be published, especially if it's sensational or controversial in any way.
It's noted.
I'm going to be upfront with you, MP. I'm a team employee, first and foremost. And it's my job to make sure this team is seen in the best light possible. You make the team look good, we'll be on great terms. You make the team look bad, and we will have a problem. but I have no reason to doubt your character. By all accounts, you're a responsible, smart, considerate young man. And it's because I respect you that I want to put my cards on the table. Are we clear?
Crystal clear, Miss Chase.
Please, call me Donna. Now, whenever you're ready, you can take that elevator to the practice facility and start your interview.
Hey, what's up for dinner tonight?
We might take home one of the chicken strips from here. I don't know. I was thinking.
But won't those get soggy?
Down here, right? Just right up.
This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor. Sure, what's up?
Time to talk rotation.
Ah, great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
I've never come off the bench a day in my life, Coach.
That's pretty much the case for every player in an NBA locker room until they get to the league.
Right? Of course.
There's no nice way to say this, so I'm gonna put it bluntly. You've got an established player in front of you. You want his spot, you're gonna have to take it from him.
I get that. But you're talking about
A star. I know. Which means you need to be exceptional if you want his minutes. This is a big boy business, MP, and you need to understand the realities of that. Unless you can prove you can give us a better chance of winning games than he can, you're gonna be backing him up.
So, if I prove that I'm a better player, you're going to put me in the starting lineup?
Yes, we're here to win games, not massage egos.
I can get with that then. I'm not mad at that.
All right, and just so you can see how serious I am, I've got some specific milestones I want to see you hit. You hit them, we'll put you in the starting lineup. Simple as that.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated, Coach.
Good. Now get ready. It's almost game time.
All right. I'll see you later, Coach.
See you.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What do you say?
Not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, that seemed fair.
It's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but you know only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
They're not. Not right now, but that day will come.
Okay.
Right now, let's just take this in. We in the league. I mean, you ever visualize something like this?
You know, P, man, I never really thought about what the tunnel looks like, man.
No. Not talking about the tunnel. I'm talking about right here. You and me, you're getting ready to play in your first NBA game.
Honestly, no. You know, nothing prepares you for this, man. No matter how many high-pressure situations that you face, this is different, man.
Or what about that open run I got you an invitation to? You know, things got a little heated between you and you know who, yeah?
Well, yeah, that was dope, but we didn't have 20,000 people watching us, man.
That's true.
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's different.
All right, then.
It's different.
All right,
It's
all right.
different.
Yeah,
But hey, look, though, I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you gotta go win that game.
no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, so, make Plainview proud, yeah?
You already know what it is, P.
You know.
Plainview.
3 destinations and then pick. People who were chilling with the house. I remember my dog was backstage.
Oh man, how's your hamstring?
The National Basketball Association and the Portland Trailblazers are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from disruptive behavior, using, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and below. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest outdoor security or arena staff. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word Trailblazers along with your issue and see located to 55557.
The wait is finally over. Opening night is upon us. New faces and new places. And MP will be making his debut right here in front of a raucous home crowd on 2K. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited, and they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Now, Golden State's starting five. The athletic front court pair. Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hill. And it... How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes. In with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Time to go courtside and hear what's going on with MP.
Hey guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to throw a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career. Guys?
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These the first minutes for the first round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about Jordan's Bulls when he was growing up. And how about the explosiveness of Simons? Can he get up and finish with power?
Schroeder, right side. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
An overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Warriors lead by 16. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. We've got Dennis Schroeder, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's MP in at the point guard position. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we're seeing him take the next step with his playmaking. And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Simons against Schroeder. 6 to shoot. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Trailblazers trail by 14. Here's Benton. Grant outside. To the inside. Ayton. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
MP deciding where to go with it. MP showing the range.
You see the foundation of a real long-range threat. Now MP just has to keep developing those skills.
Simons with a screen on MP. Benton's shot is off. Warriors leading by 15. Payton left side. He set the screen. Tries from 10, and the Warriors take on 2 more. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Benton, the pass to Simons. To the paint. And it's Looney with the rebound. So Payton will bring it up for Golden State. It's off to Utah after this game where they'll face the Jazz. It'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Trailblazers trail by 17. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania. Listen new. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up.
It's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball forbidden shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll return shortly.
Checking out the Trailblazers. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, and let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Trailblazers.
Well,
and that about wraps.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if the some changes. Looney's checked in for Kuminga. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Curry subbed in for Stephen Curry. 1:56 left here in the third quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Denny Avdia picks one up. Richard with Buddy Hield. We're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
The perimeter pairing will be Simons next to Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Benton in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Stolen away. 1:32 left to play in the third. Pass to Benton. Three-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Schroeder, right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Schroeder's got 8 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Warriors leading by 19. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Hield finds Looney on deep, and it's MP with a three. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
If MP buries those catch and shoot chances, he'll have a very long career in this league.
Manton, the pass to Ayton. Ayton, a screen on Schroeder. Now Simons. He's got 7, 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Schroeder, and it's Simons missing.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Ayton, a screen on Schroeder. Simons from outside. He can't get that one. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keep. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. As we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Peyton is out there with Looney. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's MP. And it's Moody in at the 3. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Lets it go. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter. MP outside. On the wing, Peyton. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple of years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity, always a plus.
Warriors leading by 22. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Simons against Schroeder. Fires the 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on Schroeder.
Here's Benton. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now, here's Moody. He's guarded closely, and he lays it straight in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Ayton. Ayton, a screen. Down low. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. 10 points for DeAndre Ayton. Warriors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Shooter kicks to MP. Offline with his 3. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Here's Benton, and he takes a fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Benton. Now here's Simons. Here's Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
And you make it easy on Simons when you leave someone that wide open. He's always looking to make the extra pass. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Stephen Curry.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
Here's Benton. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
MP, that's for 2. Rebounded by Kamare. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Benton, the pass to Simon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Curry plays it up off the glass.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll... Way to bring the effort tonight.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates an NBA legend, but they're wrong. 90% of the work
Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, you have to put that on a t-shirt.
I'm serious, MP.
I'm serious too. You become
This is a team game. Everything you do both.
Wins, pay the bills, baby.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
I haven't had it. Makes sense.
Look, emotions run
Just call MP. Just caught MP's first game. What a debut.
No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Happy Friday night, everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, BA, it's because they're both.
Getting ready for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Collins. Colin Sexton's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Mill. In for George. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Well, if you followed MP on his path to the NBA, you know that one criticism of his game is that he can defer too often, Grant.
And at times, I think that's been a fair criticism. But you'd rather have MP trying to involve his teammates too much than not at all. People had the same complaint about LeBron early in his career, and that worked out fine.
One of the best parts about Patty Mills is his adaptability to the club's needs. You need him to come off the bench and be that leader on the second team, he can do that. You need him to be a spot starter, he can do that as well. He is about team first.
So on the floor for Golden State, Kevon Looney is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Moody, then it's MP, and it's Schroeder in at the 2 spot. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Curry looking it over. Oh, from deep. That shot is off. Utah leading. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Sexton. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Count it from distance. Sexton's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for Utah. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And take a look at the Jazz performance here, guys. What do you think?
Well, they've really been racking up 3-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Sexton runs point with Clarkson at the 2. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Utah right now.
Well, the ability to spread the floor is such a valuable skill in the league. And MP, yes, sir.
Foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
To the middle. Stolen by Schroeder.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
With a 9-footer. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Inside. Oh, stolen by Peyton. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Kicks it out to MP. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And for the Jazz, they're shooting around 53%, a nice number. Curry against Clarkson. Driving to the basket, drops in the layup for 2. Clarkson's got his first points of the game.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end, and he's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from 3, a little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak. Well, Jordan Clarkson's handle has improved, and that allows that kind of move to happen.
Pass to Kuminga. Oh, Kuminga, just a menace inside.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box out.
Slams it down with 2 hands. Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Sexton against Curry. On the wing, Peyton. Kicks it out to MP. Long range hit from MP.
Wow, MP in the catch and shoot, just ready as soon as he touches the basketball.
Pass to Filipowski. Back to Sexton. Here's Sensabaugh. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Kuminga's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3 from Curry. Clarkson grabs a miss. Jazz leading by 3. Down low. Here's Hendricks. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first. Warriors ahead, up by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello, everybody. No lack of...
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And, that usually leads... And it's time now for the best part. And that's it for halftime.
We've got second. Substitution here for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Collins. Sensabaugh is checked in for Clarkson. And it's Collins Sexton in for George. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Jackson Davis. Peyton comes in for Kuminga. Schroeder, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And MP subbed in for Curry.
And a little contact never stopped Hield. A committed scorer who knows how to keep his balance on his shot.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Dennis Schroeder. Gary Payton II is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Kevon Looney, and it's MP in at the point guard position. Here's Sexton. He's got 10. He takes that one up and powers it through.
Sexton percolating right now. They just are letting him go absolutely off.
Pass to Payton. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Gets a hand on it. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Sexton. Markkanen with a screen on MP.
And guys, Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
He shoots a 3. MP no good. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Schroeder, out to the right wing. Outside Sexton. Buries it from 3. Now it's a 4-point Jazz lead.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach. It's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Filipowski, Colin Sexton out there with Williams, and it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Warriors trail by 4. The 3 from Curry, and the three-pointer goes.
Oh, pull up on a time. MP doing work.
Sexton against MP. And that one drops. Sexton's got 19 points.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
From deep, MP. And MP hits the 3 with the defense right on him.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Sexton. Here's Sensabaugh. Now here's Sexton. Hauled in by Curry.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Jazz have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Away. And here's the fast break. 19-footer. Offensive rebound. Santos, good. Santos has got this first bucket of the night. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, their team has...
So we see Utah get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the...
Sometimes the shots just don't fall. Some nights, the shots don't fall. You ready to give these fans what they paid for?
MP, you're my favorite player, man.
Station, when we see you on Warriors 15 Mini Basketball Day, every fan in the arena gets a Warriors 15 Mini Basketball. Great game for the kids. Next giveaway is a big one, Dub Nation.
And there's a lot of excited basketball fans. Right here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spot. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubats in at the center. "44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him. But for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
MP, no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here is Porter. Jones with the screen on Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Leonard. No good on the fadeaway.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top. Up. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Dennis Schroeder, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Looney. Then it's MP, and it's Peyton in at the small forward position.
Yeah, he may not play in every game, but when it matters, Kawhi Leonard, it's about as good as it gets.
And the Warriors dynasty with their core seemingly over. We never want to completely scratch them out, but Shams, how are we going to remember the run that this remarkable franchise has had?
You could make a case that the 2017 team might be the best to ever play, and the Warriors have become an elite franchise in NBA history. It might be a while since we see a dynasty quite like this, especially with the big three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson.
Hall of Famers, great coaching, solid ownership. They had it all. On the wing, Porter, started by Schroeder. Schroeder against Porter. It's over Schroeder. Porter, no luck. Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. And Teron Lue calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Turn this around.
Outside, Jones. And here is Powell. He has 7. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
The 3 from MP. Here's Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
Not just from deep. Steph Curry, one of the best guard finishers around the rim.
Harden looking it over. He squares up and sinks it. Harden's got 14 points for the game. Curry outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And James Harden getting it done for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
They were sloppy, gave the ball away too much, and that comes down to one thing. Well, kiss.
All right, guys, time to see what the fans are saying. And that's all for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, for the Warriors, Looney's checked in for Kuminga. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Curry subbed in for Stephen Curry. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jones is checked in. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. We know the 90s were a different era, Craig. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Teron Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David.
And Looney is so long, gets up there and flushes it.
It's Harden with the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. Harden's got 22. And so, MP will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 11. Schroeder looking over the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Outside, Jones. Here's Harden. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Golden State's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Offensive rebound, Looney. just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Dunn passes to Jones. To Dunn. Pass to Harden. To the middle.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates. Well, with the pass.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Speed, they had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got MP. Hootie is out there with Peyton. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Schroeder in at the shooting guard position. That's the Warriors' 5. Nailed from three-point land.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Curry dishes to Peyton. Here he goes. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D that time from Jones. Outside Leonard. Takes a three. That shot is off.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Clippers leading by 13. Island deciding where to go with it. Leonard the pass to Coffee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 5 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Curry's checked in for Moody. It's Dunn's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Curry with the three. Good on the triple.
MP is a customer from three. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Island passes to Leonard. Comes up empty down low.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in. Even though they're still trailing, he continues to be lights out from the field. What a competitor.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Island's shot is good. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Great job of patient in close to the rim. The slender guard Highland not afraid of the taller defenders down there.
Looney kicks it over to Schroeder. Curry on the wing. Beyond the arc. And Jones pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Leonard. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Curry looking around. Curry getting it done inside.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Some changes here for the Warriors. He's Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Peyton. And Wiggins is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Derek Jones. Powell comes in for Amir Coffey. And it's James Harden in for Highland. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked to the team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said, that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Los Angeles leading by 11. It's to Zubac. Hunter kicks to Zubac. Martin outside. 4 on the clock. He's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
James Harden has really made a science of working himself to the free throw line, and we see that here once again.
When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden. He tried the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard-pressed to see that again, Kevin.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. At one point, they led by 16. Dunn looking over the floor. It's to Leonard. Shoots over Curry. Off target with the jump hook. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never. And what you like about MP as a playmaker, he has great vision.
So it's the Clippers now. 8-point game. Now Powell. So the Clippers with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the...
Win some, you lose some. It's okay. They wanted it more. Happy. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it. You know MP came ready to play. Association of the Golden State Warriors. They've been enjoying the sports experience. We don't want people to refrain from any discussion that such as foreign methods attempt to get rid of sport or interrupt ways of using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violation of these rules to the security services.
See us for one of our favorite players. This is given away to the first 10,000 in attendance. Dub Nation items. Go. 6-3. Number 30. 7.
Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you along and a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Pelicans, they're building some momentum.
People would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Alvarado, the pass to Green. Comes up empty down low.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Outside Hield. Payton with a screen on Jones. Hield from outside. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
To Alvarado. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Warriors lead by 15. And here's Curry for 3. No good on the shot. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Jones sets a screen. On the wing, Jones. 5 to shoot. Thinks the tray.
And Jones is such a confident shooter, especially from outside the arc.
And here's Curry for 3. Jones grabs the board. Alvarado right side. From outside the arc. Misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going into the break up 12. They hold a... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. A very convincing performance from the Warriors so far.
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
Kevon Looney is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's MP, then there's Gary Payton second, and it's Schroeder in at the 2 guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. A big move for the Pelicans this summer, trading for DeJounte Murray, a versatile and durable lead guard who's proven to be one of the best clutch players. His acquisition directly addresses some of the Pelicans' greatest needs. And, guys, I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, appreciate the update.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Over to the left wing. Alvarado right side. Shot on the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Alvarado's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this is something that Ingram has really worked on, and you see the results there with the perfect pass.
Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Gets the 3 ball to go.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Alvarado. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the night here. Anderson's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Payton. And the free throw, no good. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the 2nd round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said, this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. BA?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks. Looney, a screen on Murray. Here's Anderson. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Pelicans trail by 15. Outside Murray. And down it goes. 2 points. Murray's got 6.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
So it's the Golden State Warriors. Feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Well, you look at all the assisted buckets. I like how they're working together. Ball movement and selfless play can be effective.
All right, fellas. And that's a wrap on.
With the second. Make some changes. Schroeder, he's checked in for Wiggins, and MP subbed in for Stephen Curry. Jones, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Jackson Davis. The three from Curry. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got 6 rebounds here tonight. So for the Pelicans right now. On the perimeter, they'll go with McCollum and Ingram. Then it's Herb Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Misi in at the 5.
And Murray is a taller guard, meaning he's capable of doing some damage on the inside.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, BA. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
That's good from Schroeder on the assist from Curry. Schroeder's got his first 2 points.
Oh, great recognition there by MP, getting it to the open man.
Ingram, the pass to Murray. This one for 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for his shot.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. For 3. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Murray passes to McCollum. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
He's more than capable of running an offense. McCollum is a combo guard who you trust with the ball.
Pass to Heel. And here's MP from outside. Pure from 3-point range. MP's got 12 points in the game.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Outside Ingram. Over Heel. It's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Ingram's got 9 points now in the second half. So it's the Warriors now, leading by 12. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. A deep 3 from MP. Knocked loose. To the inside. Outside for Ingram. The 3. To get it again. Murray deciding where to go with it. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Warriors ahead, up by 12. And fourth quarter. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Get a couple stops. Get a couple runouts.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, BA. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
We've got Kevon Looney. Moody is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Dennis Schroeder, and it's MP in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Payton against Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Payton with a steal. Pass to MP. The 3 is up. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. The Pelicans making a change here. Murray's checked in.
Number 5, DeJounte Murray.
Pelicans trail by 15. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Oh, they get a hand on it. Payton with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. And the Warriors with possession here. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. From deep, MP. Pelicans cleared away.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Murray, no good.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Murray.
Yeah, free throws are so key in this league. It's good on MP figuring out how to get to the line.
And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry from the arc. Robinson Earl with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 18.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Warriors.
Hey, if you get yourself to the line and cash in on those opportunities, you paint your opponent into a corner.
Yeah, they were so successful with that all night. Aggressive, fearless, whatever you want to call it, they really pushed the action and got rewarded.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
Now here's Alvarado. Schroeder with a rebound. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Again, MP missing. Alvarado outside. Green, the pass to Robinson Earl. To the paint. Tip. To the right side. Second chance effort. And it falls all over the rim and in. There's 21 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Curry from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What rain from downtown.
Well, you got to get out on the young man, or else MP will just knock him up.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a low.
Earned that one. Another day, another win.
Might take home one of the chicken strips from here. I don't know. I was thinking.
Hope those get soggy.
Yeah, in this arena, this suit, and for this team.
Really no.
Really wrong.
No. Crowd looks hot tonight. Better come with me. Showtime, MP. True balls.
Oh, say does.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Ranking. Let's take a look at the Pelicans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack it.
It starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Gary Payton comes in for Wiggins. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Heel, and Curry subbed in for Curry. Pelicans trail by 7. Here's Alvarado. It's rebounded by Peyton. And so Peyton will bring it up for the Warriors. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
Here's Ingram on target from 13 feet. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 5. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Curry, Kuminga out there with Kevon Looney. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Peyton in at the 3. Well, the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Brandon Ingram has become a foundational player. CJ McCollum says he wants to be great, and to be great, you have to be able to create. When you're selfless and you're willing to do whatever it takes to win, it becomes contagious. McCollum praised BI's feel, IQ, and commitment to the game. Kevin?
Not as committed as you are, David. Hey, thank you so much for that. Pass to Hawkins. Ingram with it from downtown, and he's good on the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
The pure shooting ability of Ingram does all the talking there. He gets the ball and delivers that quick release.
And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That's his first foul. Anderson, he's checked in for Golden State.
Substitution on the court.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And here's MP for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Murray is screen on Anderson. Ingram wide open, and that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Anderson outside. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. High post try. Pelicans with the rebound. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short. At the free throw line.
It's stolen by Schroeder. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. No one near Peyton as he lets it go. It's an open look, and Peyton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Warriors with some changes. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Anderson. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Gary Payton. The Pelicans also changing it up. Trey Murphy's checked in for Jones. And McCollum subbed in for Jose Alvarado. Just outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. Here's Ingram. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jump.
Curry's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 3. Spiked away. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Murray against Curry. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
It's fun to watch a crafty player like DeJounte Murray who uses a blend of speed and smarts to make trouble on both ends of the floor.
It's his first trip to the line. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach out. Warriors lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's in the game for them down the stretch. As we move on, let's get a look at some of the injuries around the NBA.
The Pistons are at less.
And that concludes.
We've got second. The Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in. For Jonathan Kuminga, Peyton comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Curry subbed in for Stephen Curry. Jones checked in for New Orleans. So for New Orleans right now, the wingman, McCollum, along with Ingram. Then it's Herbert Jones. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. McCollum with the ball. He's got 9. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. A 3 from MP. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 4th rebound in this one. Murray outside. There's the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Schroeder, right side. Banked in off the glass. Schroeder's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Murray. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. And that's 10 points for DeJounte Murray.
He has no problem going in there with the big threes because Murray is focused on that possession.
Here's Curry. Oh, MP with his wrong move.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
McCollum against Schroeder. McCollum looking it over. Pocket 6. Jones, no luck. Warriors leading by 11. A wide open look for MP. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Collin passes to Ingram. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Nice shot taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Action in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense. And
with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Wiggins sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kevon Looney, MP out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Moses Moody, and it's Peyton in at the 4. Ingram left side. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Moody's shot is off. Pelicans trail by 15. Hawkins passes to Ingram. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Jones. That 3 off the mark. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to MP. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Peyton surveying the floor. A long distance 3 is buried. And the Warriors lead by 18.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
And timeout called by Willie Green. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Peyton. Wiggins is checked in for Moses Moody. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And clock. That one goes careening off the glass. And it's Ingram missing. And it's the Warriors' ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Curry passes to Curry. And a miss there on the triple.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Wide open look here for Murray. Drills the three-pointer.
Murray works extremely hard on his game and has put in a lot of time trying to become one of the more consistent players from long range.
Curry passes to Kuminga. Pass to Wiggins from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Wiggins has got 10 points here in the second half.
Wiggins gets something. Instant payback for that 3 on the other end. You just got to love the competitive 5.
Wiggins against Ingram. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
An all-star in this league. I think Ingram still flies a bit under the radar, but Brandon can be a number 1 option, no doubt.
1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. The 3 from MP. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. Shoots. There's Misi, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sideline with every offensive board.
And this is what they want. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
Their superior ball handling, 1-4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is the perfect example of what happens when you do.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season. And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Pass to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. Basket good.
CJ McCollum.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Murray outside. Pass to McCollum.
Hey, yo, run it!
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony,
They really thought they had a chance. So you win so many games, I'm running out of things to say. Gotta love H-Town. This city shows a hoop of love. Hottest team in the land coming through.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the welcome, everybody. All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Wiggins and Kuminga to forward. A lot of bounce there. Curry and Heel to the sharp-shooting backcourt. And it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the one thing you see.
Easy boards with all of these glass eaters running around, getting their hands dirty. Should make for a really interesting game to keep an eye on inside.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Eason, pass to Landale. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Schroeder. To the middle. Looney with the slam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Whitmore. Landale, the pass to Green. 6 to shoot. Thompson against Schroeder. Shot from 12. Good. Thompson's got his third basket on the night right there.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And here's MP from outside. Drills it from deep.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Outside, Green. From downtown. Looney grabs a miss.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Green. "16 seconds left in the first quarter." Knocks down the triple.
Hey, this team has great confidence in Green's ability to connect from deep. It's really about getting him quality looks.
Now here's Looney. Here's Payton. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. He's found his range, hitting 3. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Tari Eason is out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Aaron Holiday. Then it's Green. And it's Şengün in at the center position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
The Warriors lead by 15. Pass to Kuminga. And here's Curry for 3. Drains the triple. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Eason with the ball. Outside, Green. 4-3. Green's feeling it at the arc.
Gotta love seeing Green deliver the revenge 3-ball. Payback right at you. Great response.
After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, BA, they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the right.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
On the wing, Payton. Back to MP. To the inside. Looney inside. Working on Şengün. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Looney's got his second basket on the night.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
The Warriors lead by 15. The 3 from Curry. Eason pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside Whitmore. Pass to Şengün. Back to Whitmore. Şengün, the screen. From the top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Curry's got 14.
Displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
And let's send it over to Ali LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran addition.
So it's the Golden State Warriors. A huge 24-point lead for them. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to this early season edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've stumbled a bit, no doubt about it. But no need to panic yet. They're figuring out what's working and building from there.
Disappointing stretch for them, but still plenty of time to. And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Golden State Warriors. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
For Houston. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Smith with a screen on Schroeder. Beyond the arc. The rebound goes to the Warriors. On the floor for the Warriors. They've got Gary Payton second. Dennis Schroeder is out there with MP. Then there's Kevon Looney, and it's Moody in at the three. Schroeder passes to Curry. And the three off target.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Van Vliet, and that comes off the assist by Green. Van Vliet's got 7 points for the quarter.
It's a shot some guys don't like, but Van Vliet gets it dialed in.
Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Maybe he's playing better during winning times. Silent in the first half, but since then, he has taken over.
Payton passes to Schroeder. Now here's Moody. Outside Schroeder to stop the drought. Knocks down the long J. Schroeder's got 5 now.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And here's Green from the arc. Sinks it from distance. 9 points in the game.
And after a rough first half, they're finally finding a nice groove here.
And here's Curry for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Rockets ball.
Substitution on the floor.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. High post Green. MP's there. That one is off. The 3 ball. No good there. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. And their 3-point. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Move it to the next guy. Drive and kick.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter. Stranger things have happened. Cam Whitmore out there with Tari Easton. Then there's Alperon Şengün. Then it's Shepard, and it's Green in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And the Warriors get it back. The shot by Looney, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
He shoots. They get the rebound. Şengün. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
We weren't in the locker room at halftime, but it's obvious what they discussed. Let's pound it inside until they figure out how to stop us.
And the Rockets making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Santos has checked in for the Warriors.
Tell you what, Alperon Şengün is a big with the modern-day game. He scores in bunches inside, but he also can pass it and shoot it from the perimeter, too.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The Rockets again can't hit. The Warriors lead by 20. From deep, MP. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Curry's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Encouraging signs for him after starting the game poorly. He's picked it up here in the second half.
And a deep three from Curry. That won't go either for Curry. Houston has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 14 points now in the second half.
Here we go again. Van Vliet cooking and looking to shoot as much as he can.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
The way they've been chasing after their shots in this game is really admirable. Getting them lots of second chance looks at the basket, too.
The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Jackson Davis has checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Santos. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Moody. And it's Stephen Curry in for Schroeder.
Physical play finds Dylan Brooks, but he also looks for it. He gives it and takes it.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
From deep, MP. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Thompson draws the double from behind the arc. Smith no good. And Wiggins has got the ball here for Golden State. 17-point game. Curry passes to Wiggins. And he lobs it up top.
Defense gearing up to stop Wiggins' shot that time. He feels it, hits the roller in stride. Nicely done. Good adjustment.
The Rockets have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Ooh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
The 3 from Curry. He drops it from range. MP's got 23.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the Rockets call time here. 1:46 left in the fourth. Here's Şengün. Thompson. Passes to Brooks. Smith outside. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Van Vliet misses.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Outside Curry. Pass to Wiggins. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, BA, it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
A solid win for them here in the first of 4 meetings this season. They've come out and set the tone against the Rockets.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
Well, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Pass to Curry, deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Van Vliet. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
And here is Kuminga. And here's MP from outside. Hits the trifecta. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Bring home that duck. They call this place a phone booth. So dial up a dump.
MP said he woke up today ready to slay some dragons.
Game at the entrance to receive your very own complimentary Blizzard Beef Out. Next game was
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Gary Payton comes in for Kuminga. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Wiggins. And MP subbed in for Curry. Pass to Valanciunas. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
6 to shoot. Screened by Valanciunas.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Here's Payton. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valanciunas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer.
George passes to Sarr. Fades back. No good from Valanciunas.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from three.
Here's Carrington. Get off in time, and no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Sarr out there with George. Then it's Sadiq Bey. Then it's Corey Kispert. And it's Carrington in at the 1. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Carrington, that's good.
Certainly not the number one thing Bey is out there to do, but he saw an opening and able to make the pass.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. The Wizards are trying to stay motivated in their rebuild. Kyle Kuzma says you have to change your approach a little bit. And it's like, what do you do it for? For me, it's about development every single day. Take care of your body, work hard, watch film, be studious, and find beauty in the struggle. Kevin?
And like you said, David, making it work every single day. Great approach. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Peyton's got 3 assists tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Saw. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
With skills like a traditional wing, Sar might get more looks like that from the mid-range.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. Outside, Peyton. Now Kerr. Releases. They get the rebound. That one good for 2. Looney's got his first bucket in this one.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Here's Carrington. And the layup's good off the glass.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. After 1 half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Washington Wizards.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's pretty hard to win that way.
Good stuff, fellas. And now, moving on, a look at the player. And that's a halftime.
Well, we've got a set. For Heel. Washington calls timeout. Kuzma outside. Now Valanciunas. He's got 12. Pass to Brogdon. Valanciunas with a screen on Kerr. For 3, Brogdon hits it to go from beyond the arc. Brogdon's got 7 now in this quarter. And so MV will bring it up for Golden State. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The athletic front court pair. Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Curry is out there with Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Warriors leading by 22, and we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was pick number 28, and Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Schroeder, and he banks in the layup.
Well, you have to take advantage of the chippies when you get them. Nice job by Dennis Schroeder in close.
Washington has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. to Bay from past the arc. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, here's MP. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Poole. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Poole's got 5 points.
Boy, Jordan Poole answers with the long-range shot. Nicely done.
And here's MP for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
And here is Poole. He has 5. Fires from deep. He can't hit that time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, opening up a... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Marvin Bagley, Sarr out there with Bay. Then it's Corey Kispert, and it's Carrington in at the point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Pass to Bagley. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
It's Curry outside. And they'll get another chance. 3-pointer. It's in the tray.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Carrington. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Moody. Off target with his 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Carrington. No good from outside. Warriors leading by 23. Moody with it. Right wing. Wide open. Bay pulls it in. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Kispert with it. Defended by Moody. And it's Carrington missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The 3 from MP. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Curry's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Warriors. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Carrington. Pass to Sarr. Here's the screen. Here's Carrington. Guarded by Curry.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Now Bay, defended by Moody. The Wizards working the ball around now. 4th quarter. Fires from 18. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
MP passes to Santos. Curry outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 21 in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Kispert, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. There's been a lot of turnover in Washington doors over the last few years. Where do you think they go from here?
I think the first thing they're looking for, Kevin, is obviously a cornerstone around which to build your team. Recently, it was Bradley Beal. Now they are looking for someone to step up and be their guy.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end. I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Curry kicks to Payton, pass to Schroeder, and here is MP. It's good from long range.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
The layup missed. Now, here's Poole. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right.
Good job, MP. Steve.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
And so do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me?
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now, remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs, too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
it, MP.
Oh, that's the win. That's the match. What's up with that? That was sweet.
Way to snatch it, MP.
Oh, what's up?
Oh.
Yeah. How do you stop this?
Hey, whoa, huh?
Are you serious? That was going in.
Oh, good rebound, MP.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Come on.
Now we're rolling. Right here. Ball up. Oh. Oh, that slipped out of my hand.
Get your mind right.
Hey, baby, nice shot,
Come
MP.
on, MP.
Your confidence is gone now. Go, Cats! Let's go. Shoot that.
Here we go. Yo, what you doing?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other. He's too good a shooter to leave open. That's a breakdown defensively.
Now here's MP. No good from outside. The open shot from Wells. Patrick Wells misses another. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Here's Stoffer. To the paint. James. Out to Wells. 6 on the shot clock. Patrick Wells misses another. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
James, that's good.
Hey, Stopper, he's a known chess aficionado, and that mental skill he's developed helps him make passes like this.
And here's MP on the outside. Hits the trifecta.
Of all the guys who want to leave open on the perimeter, he's the last guy on the list.
Outside Stauffer. Up top Robinson. Wells outside. Trying to come back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Takes the 3. And it's MP missing. And the Wolfpack with possession.
And we've talked about the heated interactions of these teams before. It's a result of history and proximity.
Oh, yeah. The bad blood comes from getting in each other's faces way too often over the years. Certainly doesn't help they operate out of the same region in Illinois.
Drew Rock. First personal foul. Substitution for the Dynasty. Jason Jr. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
And here's Uderko. MP, guarded by Wells. From deep, it's MP. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. And he'll go to the line.
And keep in mind, Zadirko's other sport? Wrestling. So he really is that tough, and he enjoys the contact.
Good on both attempts. The Wolfpack trail. Outside Stauffer. Fresh, the screen. High post shot. The Dynasty grab the miss.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Substitution for the Wolfpack. Deshaun Sharp.
And here it's the Dynasty. Passes to MP. The 3. And it's rebounded by Zach Timmerman.
He's having a tough quarter offensively.
Despite that, he remains aggressively looking for his shot.
Here's MP. The shot falls for his second bucket. 2 for 9 from the floor.
MP with a quick strike when he found that opening. He's just got a silky smooth jumper from mid-range.
No good. The dry spell continues. Hawkins inside. Defended by Carter. And here's MP on the outside. Gets that one a drop, bumping him up to 3 for 10.
And you look at the Dynasty, MP has led the charge all season long. He's been a huge factor for them.
Without a doubt, he has rejuvenated the team this season. A standout for the Dynasty as soon as he joined. Now here's Fresh. Step back shot. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Wells is just an active scorer all over the court. If you give him the mid-range jumper, he'll take that.
From deep, it's MP. Another 3 for the Dynasty.
He was pretty much non-existent. Can't leave a good shooter open like that.
Wells outside. Pass to Fresh. Off target with the 3. The Dynasty with the lead. Michael Luan goes in. Count it.
Jumping at it with a significant lead already.
Just dominating on both ends. Let's see if their opponent can mount any type of resistance.
Here's Fresh. Pass to Timmerman. Carter, left side. 5 on the clock. 12. From downtown. He's happy to see that one go in. He's been struggling, going 3 of 9. And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Now here's Carter. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Fresh, the Deer Coat covering. Kicks it out to Wells. And knocking it down again is the Wolfpack.
I mean, look, this is what Wells is known for. Score the ball and get buckets.
Here's MP. Rebounded by the Wolfpack. Here's Carter. The shot's good on the assist by Zach Trimmerman.
Strong pass. Place the ball right there.
The Wolfpack make
Michael Luan, MP. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Wells, covered by MP. Misses from short range.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. Well, halftime not too far away, and MP and Wells have both had their moments.
And the talent gap between these two doesn't look that big, if there's even a gap at all.
Gets the three ball to go.
Oh, the moment that three went in on the other end, you just knew Wells had the answer on the other side. He's great from beyond the arc.
To the left wing. It's Dillard outside. Try to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Wells outside. And the layup falls. Wells is cooking this first half. Great scoring output from him. MP with the rock. 14 points for him. 3 for the Dynasty. MP has been something else this first half. Well on his way to a huge game.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He could just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. And here it's the Dynasty. They've led by as much as 10. Doesn't go for him. Zach Timmerman on the wing. Luan covering. Wells outside. Patrick Wells misses another.
He couldn't capitalize on the poor coverage, and the defense has to feel a little bit lucky that he missed.
He's got to give that shot another chance.
What focus from MP at the arc? He doesn't want to waste one of his team's possessions.
Pass to Fresh. It's Wells, left side. Good on the bucket.
Nice job getting down low for the easy shot.
And that does it for the first half of play. Dynasty out front, up 7. And we'll be back in just a moment. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals, so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now here's MP. Rebounded by James. Takes the three. And the Wolfpack with the triple.
You have to love his efficiency from range in this one.
Valuing each and every possession, taking only the shots he feels he can make.
MP with the rock. Guarded by Wells.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him right there.
They grab their own miss. Outside Stauffer. Right side Timmerman. Wells outside. For the lead. And knocking it down again is the Wolfpack. And it's been a nice game from Wells, who might be creeping up the scouts list with how he's played tonight.
And we're here in the gym of the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Having home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Now here's Timmerman. Quiet offensively so far, searching for his first points of the game. Thinks it from distance. And this is what the scouts came to see from Wells tonight. He's getting his shot going. Just looking to get anything going offensively.
Honestly, it feels like there's a lid on the hoop right now.
Yes, it's good. Focused finish by young MP. He's such a cool customer.
The Wolfpack in the lead. And Patrick Wells outside. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher. From deep, it's MP. Here's Adirko. Gets another look. And the layup is up and in. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a three-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
And he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
MP with the bucket.
And that's the confidence that people love about MP. A complete lack of hesitation. That's an assertive play by the young man.
Outside Stauffer. Wells outside. Shoots the three. Fires in the triple. No doubt about it. Wells has been lights out with his scoring here tonight, hitting the 30-point mark. Here's MP on the outside. Rebounded by the Wolfpack. Now Timmerman. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Wells outside. Outside Stauffer. Clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. For Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack. He moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
You've seen it from him over and over, but it never tires watching MP just ball out.
Wells outside. Now a timeout called by the Wolfpack. MP.
Substitution for the Wolfpack.
And here it's the Dynasty. Dish to Fisher. Luan. Back to Fisher. Hopkins. Defended by Stauffer. MP outside. Yes, and it's Brett Hopkins picking up the assist. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. Outside James. Wells. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. He was the dominant force in this game early on, but Wells has caught back up to him in this second half.
And one thing that can't be measured is heart. Right now, Wells is just showing more of it in this game than MP.
Now Wells.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Robinson. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 here.
He'll head to the line. You can't be mad at the foul like that.
Pretty smart. When he gets that close to the rim, you have to make him earn it at the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
But free throws, guys, this one's a barn burner.
Fisher, James covering. Outside Luan. Passes to MP. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Down low. Here's Wells. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
building the drama. Well, with the timely score, do you feel the game shifting right in front of us, guys?
Here's Adirko, and Robinson pulls it down. The Wolfpack with the ball, leading by 5. Well, it's no good. And here it's the Dynasty. Hopkins, defended by Stoffer, back to MP. And another miss by the Dynasty.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember. Wells is known for putting pressure on the defense. Nice take there.
And he can't get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And that trip coming up empty, missing them both. And here it's the Dynasty. It's a 5-point game. And here's MP on the outside.
It's 2 points. Oh my goodness. MP coming through in a big time moment.
Wells with it, now guarded by MP.
There's the confidence of Wells. Some call it arrogance. But whatever it is, he got the job done. That free throw caps off a huge possession for them. Those are big points at this stage of the game.
From deep, it's MP. They get the board.
Absolutely incredible guts from Zadirko. What a massive bucket for his team.
Shot clock and game clock separated by 5. Up top, it's Wells, now covered by MP. Wells outside. 5 to shoot. It's the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Dynasty.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
They absolutely need a 3.
The clock goes to 0, and that's going to do it for us.
And with this.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at. Great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers. Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
Come on, man. That's what you pay me for. This.
ほぼ顔やん。
Hey, it's Cash out the first. Watching 2K TV. Happy New Year's.